Hey guys, Bear again, gather and grow, tips, tricks, whatnot. Here in the little paddock where we're gonna be putting in a flower garden, a few vegetables, what have you. And you might say, well, what's the first thing you wanna do when you're getting started on a new property? You know, most people argue that they wanna go ahead and get a soil test. They wanna see how to attack the soil from there. You know, for a lot of people, what you could get away with is just making sure that you have a low nitrogen, really well-rounded compost that you're going to be adding to these garden beds or wherever you're going to be getting some plants, trees, whatever you're going to have going. Because honestly, that compost is going to put everything you need into the ground within the first year. Worms are going to be getting at it. If you're using covers like you should, mulches, things like that, continuing to address that soil as you move forward in a thoughtful, mindful way is it's going to take care of itself. It's going to start balancing everything. The soil's microbes are going to start putting back into the ground everything that needs to continue to go move around, and you're going to see that the soil begins to start fixing itself. And that's really where you want to be with it. You want to work with nature. In my opinion, that's what I'm looking for, because really a farmer is nothing more than someone who's an expert at spending each moment by moment and the highest priority, right? And in order. So it makes sense to come at these things without doing all that stupid fucking extra labor, without spending all that stupid extra fucking money, because as we know, it's not like every one of us is rich, and our dollar needs to stretch a little further than it ever has before. And your time actually means more than it ever has before because of that, right? Through the reflection of that dollar. Now that you're doing things for yourself, it means everything you're doing for yourself is that much more important. It means that you need to be that much more mindful about what you're doing with your time, because now it's become so expensive, you can't afford to piss it away. So make sure that you're spending every moment the way you need to, whether it's with your family, whether it's with any of your important investments, whether it's spending time with yourself and reinvesting in yourself. If you've been hard at it, if you're just slamming away, take some time for yourself. You know what? You're worth it. But until then, let me show you what I'm doing with these beds, because I'm broadforking them. You heard? That's right, I'm broadforking them. Look at this little girl climbing. Look at her. This blind little girl, she does not give two shits, does she? No, she doesn't. She cracks my shit up, man. Let's check out some broadforking. You know, you're gonna be getting those guys that are gonna be showing you to do this broadforking, and they're gonna be laying that fucking thing all the way back down, right? Coming in on it, laying that thing all the way down. All the way down. No, you don't want to do that. That ain't how you want to be working this thing. That ain't how you want to be working it, man. Let me show you. Come in, jump on the dude, look her into the ground a little bit. You know it's gonna wiggle in all the way, stop a little, back it, and that's all you need. A few degrees like that, right? A few degrees like that. Like that. You don't want to be doing this. What's this for? What are you doing with this? You're fucking shit up. You know what? You're already telling everybody, when you're trying to tell them you're an expert, you're already telling them you don't know the goddamn first thing about soil structure, soil life if you're doing that. Yeah. Why do I say that? I don't know. Go check the sources yourself, you know? If I tell you something that you can find in the books, you'll find it in the books. I'm not making it up. There's sources, but I'm not going to do all the work for you. You got to do some of the work, right? Maybe so that you can be proud of your accomplishments. Yeah, that way you can build your own confidence because someone else didn't fucking do it for you, huh? Yeah, how about that? Let's do a couple more. How about that? Here you go. We'll sink it all the way in now. Lock her in. Rock it back and forth. And then give it a nice gentle pull. That's all you need to do right there. That's it. To there. Stop there. Stop there. Yeah? Watch. I'll show you the pattern I'm making as we go down, all right? Check this out. All right, guys, how am I gonna work this? I'm working down the length of my bed. I have a stake there. I've got a stake there, and I got a little blind kitty who's just cute as a... Oh, God, she's adorable. But I'm gonna start here, up on the edge, and then I'll work it down, work it, right? Pull it back, do the job I showed you, and then I move it so that the teeth are behind, but in between the next set like that. See that? See that one there, and then we're going in between? Yeah. So I'm gonna alternate back and forth, walking this back as we go, and then working down the length of my bed. Yeah, all the way down to there. That's right. It's gonna take you a minute, but it's worth it, right? Because this broadfork action really gets your roots just exploding, gets things vigorous, gets things settled in, gets some stuff worked in as you get these beds ready earlier like we're doing now. And you're just gonna see the better benefits down the road. These are first year beds, so we're doing flowers in these first year beds because it just makes sense to try and market flowers rather than vegetables on that first year risk, right? Because your first year on a bed is never, it's never gonna break any records. I mean, they can do well, and I've had great first year beds. I know we all have out there, right? Just don't bank it, man. Don't be banking on shit that you don't need to be banking shit on. Yeah? So we'll work this bed and get this one knocked out. And then here in the center, that's a final pet's resting place right there, but gonna be putting a circular flower bed around it there. And then I'm gonna be setting some other neat shapes around in the rest of this little paddock here. There's my little baby kitty again. Isn't she adorable? And she don't care, she's blind. She just gets around like a little badass. Look at that. Oh. So we'll get these broad forked. We'll continue to work our trenches in the other beds, and we'll move on. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon. Huh? What? Oh, why am I broad forking? Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because we like to garden in what's called it's called no-till tradition, but really it's low-till. Really, it's only till if you have to. And here in these beds, in these new beds, I don't have to, but I'm gonna broad fork. The soil here is already in okay shape. It's not immaculate by any means, but it's good soil. It's a decent soil. I know it'll do a good first year bed, but I know if I go ahead and take the time to do some broad forking here, I'm gonna get some really nice returns for that investment. And right now my investment is a kitty climbing up my leg. Little blind kitty. So hitting things in that no-till approach here, because that's how we like to go about it. We like self-sustainability. We like that ecological gardening, farming. Really, I gotta say, probably permaculture's one of my favorite studies and approaches when it comes to a property. I'm not even quite 5 acres here. I'm just below. So if I'm gonna use a true permaculture approach, it's not gonna work. Definitely the way that they teach a full-on permaculture farm. I know as you've read the sources, you'll see yourself, it's going to be 200 acres to sustain both all of the building and wood that you're going to need to do on that property, all of the composting and mulching you're going to need, all of the fungal mass and activity that you're going to need to sustain everything there. All your types of preparations will need to be spread out and done in other places, other areas, different spots, according to the time of year and what you're doing. So no, I can't do something that's perfectly permaculture. I can't. And you know what I like to do is take KNF and permaculture and some of your other trends and the ecological types of gardening and farming, and I blend them together because I've been into these systems for years. I understand these systems. I understand the soil well enough to make my own approach using fundamentals that I've learned along the way from all these different systems. The who, what, where, and why in these systems, so that I can take this who and that where and that why, put it together and get my hello, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get that hello out of my garden, and I know you are too. I know you're not doing this just for shits and gigs. I know you're doing this because it's important to you. It's important to your family. It's important to your health. Your health is important to you. Your health is your wealth. So you're gonna take it seriously. And you know what? It's fucking fun anyway. We have a good time when we do it. Because we love the animals, we love the plants, we love our communities, we love our families. And you need to learn to love your fucking self, damn it. You know why? Because you matter. If you're not loving yourself, how's anybody gonna love you, motherfucker? Huh? Hello? Start taking care of you. Take care of yourself. Grow some food. Grow something. Grow something. Be proud of yourself. You know why? Because it brings good feelings. When you're harvesting some cool shit, it brings good feelings. And I know you're having a hard time finding good feelings again, aren't you? Yeah, you can't feel nothing anymore, right? Let me tell you, get into some of this stuff, you're gonna get some good feelings. I promise, I promise. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bear, gather and grow out. What up, guys? Got the first pass done. Going down one side of this length, alternating side to side, down to 36 feet. Now our other, it's kind of hard to see there, but our other stake, a little stick, not really stake, just a fucking stick, is the other side of this bed we're gonna work in. So we'll make our pass working backwards down that length as well, the 36 feet there. And once we're done there, we'll go ahead and top this off with our low nitrogen compost, and then we'll get it covered. Let this motherfucker sit all winter. Maybe, who knows? Maybe when we get done with the beds that are way back there, maybe we want to put something else up here. We'll see. We'll get these things working, get them done, and then check on our options, see where we're at for the winter and the spring. But so far, we're getting ourselves there, keeping you guys informed as we move along here. And you can see, like we were talking about, this isn't shit to start off with, so we're in good shape to get things started. Stick with us, guys. We'll be showing you what we do. Not telling you what to do, but we're just sharing with you guys the type of things we like to do.